everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 Create a Sim video. So today I am continuing my Fill the World challenge in Windenburg, and today we are creating a family for the house called Havisham House, which is in the Old Town district. It's the only empty house left that's in this district at this point. So this is the Garland family. So this is kind of an interesting family, I think, personally. So first up, we have the guy, Duane, and Duane is a writer. He is kind of a more, not necessarily artistic person, but he's more a fan of, like, the arts. He's into photography and writing and dance, and then he also likes to bake and, have fitness. So, he's a pretty overall well-balanced guy. And he is married to a lovely lady named Simone. So Duane and Simone are actually childhood best friends. So they've known each other since they were small children, and they've always been very close. They were good friends all throughout growing up. They dated when they were teenagers. And then when they aged up to become young adults, they decided they should get married. Except for one small problem. After they got married, Duane realized that he was gay. So he's come out to Simone. They are technically still married as of right now, but they don't really have much of a romantic relationship anymore for obvious reasons. They are still very good friends because they've had like a really, they've had a good foundation. They've had a lot built up on their friendship from, the time that they were small children. But time will tell whether or not they actually stick together or what will end up happening with them. Because obviously there's no future for them. I mean, as sad as that is, it is something that does happen sometimes. And, it's good that Duane came out because he needs to be true to himself and he needs to be fair to himself and Simone. But now, not real sure what's going to happen to their relationship. So if you download them from the gallery, you'll see that they are married. They actually both wear their wedding rings in every single outfit that they have because, they went into their marriage thinking like, this is it. This is going to be the thing that lasts for the rest of our lives. But not really. So they did have like good intentions starting off, but obviously the romance is gone, never to return. I used a mod, I believe it's by Scumbumbo, that lets you set the gender preference for your Sims. So, for example, one of the mods that I like to use is the Show Sim Info mod, which is by, I forget who it's by. If I remember, I will link both of these mods in the description box below this video. But, so if you use the Show Sim Info mod, which I recommend because it's very helpful, it will give you all sorts of like the background nitty-gritty types of details about your Sims. And one of those things is the Sims do have like a specific gender preference. So basically the way it works is they tend to prefer whoever they have romantic interactions with, but they operate like real people do in that it's on like a sliding scale type of a thing. So like if you have a Sim and you make them have romantic interactions equally with both male and female Sims, then they will have a gender preference equally for both male and female Sims. So I used this mod created by Scumbumbo to manually change that without having to make Duane have romantic interactions with another man. Because obviously that hasn't happened yet because he's been married to Simone. So I didn't want him to be a cheater because he's not that type of a person, but I wanted his gender identity or his gender preference in the game to reflect what he actually will have. So when you download him, it should say that he 100% prefers male Sims to female Sims. And the same thing for Simone. She prefers male Sims to female Sims 100%, which is kind of a problem. So It's kind of a cool mod, actually, and it's not a difficult one to use. It hasn't needed to be updated in a very long time, but, like, it's literally, like, you put the mod in your mods folder, and it's a cheat command that you type in that this mod allows you to create. So, yeah, it was really not very difficult at all, and it was the only thing that I could find that even allowed something like that to be done, which is kind of strange. Considering that we have so many other types of customizations, but that was one of them that just, for some reason, hasn't actually been put formally in the game. Probably because the things that you can see in Show Sim Info aren't really, like, meant to be seen all the time, but they are reflected, like, in gameplay. So, like, for example, that's also, that mod, Show Sim Info, is where you could see, like, if your sim is left-handed or right-handed, because, oh yes, that is a thing. If you didn't know that, that's a thing in The Sims 4. Some Sims have a left-handed preference and some Sims have a right-handed preference. Or, like, if they have any sort of, like, hidden traits or behaviors, that's also something that shows up. I use it the most to see, like, on the day that my sim ages up to the next age stage. I use it because it tells you exactly, like, you know, at what point they should be aging up. So it's like, say they're at like 11.50 out of 12 days left in their current age stage, then I know that then in about half of a day they will age up. So that's useful when it comes to, like, planning a birthday party. So, you know, there's nothing worse when you have good intentions and you go to plan a birthday party and then your sim ages up right beforehand anyway, and you're like, really? And now you're sad because I didn't throw you a birthday party. Well, guess what? I did. You just aged up too soon. So, anyways, that's what I use that mod mostly for. But then for this, it actually worked out pretty well. So, anyways, Simone, so I talked a little bit about Duane and his personality and his career and stuff. Simone is a little bit different. So, Simone is in the science career, and she has skills in fishing, gardening, handiness, rocket science, and video gaming. So, very different skill set from what Duane's interests are. I actually sort of think that when they were, like, kids going into teenagers, that, like, Duane sort of smoothed out the rough edges of Simone as far as, like, her personality goes. I sort of see her being as, like, more of, like, a stereotypical tomboy type of character when she was younger, and then as she grew up, you know, unbeknownst to her, she had this great resource of Duane, who, you know, appreciates the finer things in life a little bit more and knows more about, like, what, you know, he has photography skills. So, like, he knows, like, this is a type of thing that looks flattering on people, and this is how you should stand to look your best, and that sort of thing. And she's never really had much of an interest in that. But, you know, after spending more and more time with Duane, she has sort of cultivated a good sense of style of her own. So she's kind of turned into, like, this nice mix of, like, still liking the outdoors and doing, like, those stereotypical, like, nerdy or geeky things while still looking, like, pretty fabulous, you know? Like, there's no rule that says that, like, if you like video games and, you know, fishing, that you have to dress like a bum. Like, you can still be fashionable and cute and like those things. And Simone has definitely perfected that now. So, you know, I think that as far as their friendship goes, I have high hopes that their friendship will continue to live on and be successful. If you have the MC Command Center mod, I don't know if it lets you, like, there are so many settings in that mod. It might let you set it so that Sims will autonomously divorce, which is sad, but at the same time, like, these two really aren't right for each other. So, like, they shouldn't be married. They should be friends, which they are. But, you know, I think it's not fair to either one of them to keep them in this relationship. So I'm sort of interested to see, like, if you place them in your game, what happens. Like, if you have a vanilla game, like, I don't think that they will autonomously divorce, or maybe they will, I don't know. But then with, like, if you have MC Command Center, I don't know, like, what type of a setting you would have to do in order to make that happen. I'm really not sure. So in any case, I'm very interested. So let me know if you download them, what happens, because I'm very curious about this. What else? Oh, so this was kind of funny. So I don't know if any of you have watched the wedding over the past weekend of Prince Harry and the former Meghan Markle, now the Duchess of Sussex. And in the wedding ceremony, they had a gospel choir from London sing, oh my gosh, what song did they sing? I don't remember. But in any case, the color scheme of the outfits of everyone in the gospel choir was like very pretty, like pastels with grays and blues. And it accidentally worked out that her one everyday outfit is very similar in style, or not in style necessarily, but in color scheme to the outfits that the gospel choir wore, which I just found so fascinating because, like, what are the odds? I was noticing this recently. It does seem like we are now finally at a point where, like, if you wanted to have Sims in, like, jewel tones or pastel colors or, you know, bold colors or neon colors, like, we have, like, a wide range now in the game of, like, color palettes, and maybe not every single item, but I think, you know, 3.5 years in, we finally have hit a point where they've gotten, you know, good representation of different color palettes. I mean, ideally, I'm still hoping that at some point, you know, maybe not the whole create a style thing will come back, but at least the ability to, like, customize colors for within an item. I don't know. And I have, okay, so obviously this video is coming out on Wednesday the 23rd. So if there was a patch yesterday, when I'm recording this, the patch has not come out yet. I'm recording this on Monday, so I don't know what was in that patch, if there was a patch. But how many times can I say the word patch? But I have, like, there have been so many hints from, like, Sim Gurus and stuff on Twitter, and, like, Sim Guru Grant has rejoined Twitter, so, like, I feel pretty confident that whatever is being announced at EA Play has to be an expansion pack. I don't know what it is, but all signs point to that. At least in my opinion. I have no idea, but that's my opinion. I also, for some reason, feel like whatever the patch is in May, it's going to be a bigger patch. Because we haven't had a bigger patch in a while. And I don't know. I mean, when this video has come out, maybe we got a patch, maybe we didn't. I have no idea. But I'm saying this right now. If we get Create a Style or the color wheel back, don't bite my head off. Because I had no idea when I recorded this. I really hope we do, but I have no idea. But in any case, so yeah, that's my bit about that. I really would like it to come back though. Like it just would make things so much easier to, like, style and stuff, or, like, I feel like we wouldn't have, like, there are some items that have so few color options still, and I don't use them as much because of that. But in any case, that's about it. So if you would like to download Duane and Simone, you can do so either through the link down below this video, or you can find them on the Sims 4 gallery using the hashtag MrsTomato1018 or my username MrsTomato1018. And if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you can do so down below. I put out a new video every day, Monday through Friday. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!